Tekrar hoş geldiniz arkadaşlar.
That's right. Bobby had a bunch of people over. We were having a good time. She said she was bored and decided to leave.
Şimdi sıkılmıştı ve gitmek istediğini söyledi. Manyak mısın lan sen?
I was angry. I was having a good time. She has to go and ruin it. We always have to do what she wants to do. Last night she wanted to go dancing.
Any idea where?
Where she always goes.
Her zaman gittiği yere.
Down on North Baudry Avenue. Baron's Bar.
Baron's Bar.
She goes there, drinks too much, gets maudlin and calls me. I go and bring her home.
Kurbanın akli durumu.
Mr. Terrellson, was Teresa happy at home?
Yeah, I think she was.
Yalan söylüyorsun.
Spill it, Terrellson. We like the look of you for this, so you better give us something.
We're at the party. She has a few and says she wants to go out dancing. We only have the sitter until 9. I get mad. I tell her to go ahead, but I'm staying. She storms out. Look, I'm doing well at cards. I hardly ever do well. I married her because she was so much fun, but now she drives me fucking crazy.
Allah Allah.
What time did she leave the party?
About 8:30, maybe a little earlier.
Kurbanla son temas.
When was the last time you saw your wife?
Around 8:30. The card game at Bobby's was wrapping up. Played out my hand and drove home here. Paid the sitter and went to bed.
Aramadın yani karıyı. Öyle mi? Adam bir tuhaf ya. Yeminle bir tuhaf yani. Hani neyse bir daha sezgi kullanalım. Halka soralım. Tabii ki. Ya bana da öyle geliyor. Herif yalan söylüyor.
Lying, Lars. You didn't come straight home, did you?
And how do you figure that?
Nereden çıkarttınız? Ben söyleyeyim sana nereden çıkarttığımı.
You were out in the rain. You got soaked, Lars. We found your wet weather gear.
Okay, I stayed a little later than I said. This cute little brunette was hitting on me.
Hadi be.
Teresa noticed. I was half cut. I walked her home from Bobby's, but nothing happened.
İyi pek.
I walked back and got the car this morning.
Thanks for answering our questions, Mr. Terrellson. You'll need to go downtown to identify your wife's body.
I should have taken her dancing.
In my experience, Mac, if you give in to broads, you'll be giving in to them your entire life. Sounds like the Terrellson broad had her last.
Lan karı ölmüş, sen de hala tuz basıyorsun ya herifin yarısına.
Appreciate your time, sir.
You believe this guy's story?
Kind of rings true.
Çoğu doğru gibi. Değil mi? Çoğu doğru gibi zaten.
You know the way. You can drive.
And where exactly are we going?
Baron'un barına gidelim. Baron'la bir konuşalım. Baron'un barında Baron'la konuşalım. Baron'un barında Baron'la konuşmak ilginç. Baron'un barı. Baron.
Gents,
Merhaba canım.
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD.
I'm Benny Clough. This about Teresa Terrellson?
Yes, it is.
I heard about it on the radio.
They're saying it was that Black Dahlia freak again? God damn it. Yeah, I rang that husband of hers. The babysitter said he was out.
If you don't mind, we have a few questions.
Kurbanla son temas.
What time did Teresa leave?
Around 10:30, I think.
10:30 gibi. 10:30 gibi.
On foot, in a car, by bus? How was it?
She called for a cab.
Did you get the number?
Sure I did. I like Teresa. The only time she has a drink is when things aren't going so good at home.
Onun için
I was
endişeleniyorum.
worried about her.
Where's that goddamn waitress?
Bakayım.
Put out an APB on the cab. 3591. Should be traceable.
Tamam. Güzel. Şüpheli avare erkek.
Who was she with? We've had reports about a tall, gaunt-looking hobo. He wasn't here last night?
I get plenty of bums in here, but nothing to fit that description.
The likelihood is that whoever she left here with
Yani
killed her.
hani
Give it up, Benny.
All right, 2 creeps were all over her, promising to take her dancing.
You get a good look at these guys?
Sure, I got a good look. One of them was a sailor. In
denizciydi,
uniform. His
üniformalıydı.
cap said,
USS
USS Indiana.
Indiana.
The other man?
The other guy is Richard Bates. He's sitting in the back right now. Red polo shirt.
Kırmızı polo giyen adam.
Any idea where
Sarı
she was headed?
taksi. Takri ne lan? Taksi.
I didn't get that.
Hayır, bilmiyorum.
The husband said she wanted to go dancing.
And she always wants to dance when she's been drinking. She was trying to talk some guys into taking her to one of the dance halls.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Clough. We'll take it from here.
Hey, no problem.
Problem değil.
This is Bates.
That's him.
LAPD. Don't make me chase you, shitbird.
Ne oluyor oğlum? Adamı niye
Let the son of a
korkutuyorsun?
bitch get away.
Adamı niye korkutuyorsun?
Bates! We just want to talk!
Oğlum sen sadece konuşmak istiyorsun.
Come on, you got a ride. Get in and drive. I thought you were gonna leave me there.
Who knows what this guy will pull when he's cornered? We could have a killer on our hands.
Come on, Phelps, you're letting this lust get away from you.
Kes lan gerizekalı.
I don't think the killer would be kicking back in the bar when he met the victim.
Listen, a creature of habit is your killer. For some
Oy.
reason, they're sticklers for routine. God damn it, get after him, Cole.
Ay ay.
I thought you were gonna leave me there.
Who knows what this guy will pull when he's cornered? We could have a killer on our hands.
Come on, Phelps, you're letting this lust get away from you.
Her tarafı yıka. Tamam lan.
I don't think the killer would be kicking back in the bar where he met the victim.
Listen, a creature of habit is your killer. For some reason, they're sticklers for routine.
Adam katil olabilir diyor da ben hiç inanmıyorum ya katil olabileceğine. Yavaş kardeşim, yavaş ya, yavaş ya. Ateş etsene oğlum şu herifin tekerlerine lan.
Hit him, Cole. Spit him out.
Hadi.
Keep it steady and I'll try to bust his tires. Hit him. Clean this asshole off the road. I've had enough.
Ne oluyor lan? O niye kaçıyor? Sen niye kaçıyorsun oğlum?
Put your hands in the air!
Araba yanıyor lan,
Okay,
patlayacak.
Bates. You're gonna answer some questions.
I have a choice in this.
Seçeneğin var mı? Koca ağızlı seni. Kurbanla
Last
teması.
night, you went drinking with a lady in the bar. Now she's dead. And your face is all messed up.
I'm in the clear on that. She preferred a sailor. You could lay it off on him. Are we finished?
Do you want my partner to sap you? Tell us what we want to know.
Hayret bir şey ya.
Drunk. Pissed off at her old man, wanting to go dancing. I thought I'd ply her with a few drinks and get my end away. Looks like your salty had the same idea.
So what happened when you left the bar?
Sailor boy laid one on me. A cheap shot.
Aha.
After that, I don't know.
You've done time, haven't you, Richard? Is that why you ran?
I'm on parole.
On what offense?
Sexual assault.
Sexual assault.
I was lying
Anasınız.
there on the sidewalk.
Hayret bir
He
şey
flaps
ya.
a cab and jumps in with the broad.
We're taking you in, Bates.
How come?
Just for a chat. Nice private chat. I'll explain my theory of once a degenerate, always a degenerate.
Take him to Central. He's a material witness in a murder case. Find him a
O ne oldu lan, birden ortalık yandı falan. Ortalığa nur yağdı. Birdenbire nasıl olduysa. Şuradan telefon edelim.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need an APB out on a yellow cab, number 3591. Ask dispatch to relay all sightings to car 11K.
Şimdi de taksiyi arayacağız.
I'll get on the radio.
Telsizi hallediyorum. Peki.
Reports filed in the vicinity of Barron's Bar on North Beaudry Avenue. We're tracking a sailor who was involved in a fight outside the bar.
I can check the reports, Detective. I have a message for you from Captain Donnelly. Message reads, James Jessop, U.S. Navy able seaman, has information relevant to your case.
James Jessop
is currently being detained at Central Station.
Peki, güzel.
Thanks for your help.
Abla sen olmasan yandıydık vallahi. Çık buradan. Tekrar bin.
You can drive.
Fine. Where are we headed?
Sarı taksi izi. Sarı taksiyi bir takip edelim. Ortak kullanamıyor onu değil mi? Sarı taksi için ortak kullanamıyor arkadaşlar. İlla biz. Benzin istasyonuna tespit edildi. 7. caddeden batıya gidiyor. Bu kavşağa geçelim. Peki. Tamam ya, ne bari. Aşağı doğru iniyor. Aa burada. Aa burada. Aa burada. Ne oluyor lan? Ne kızıyorsun?
We're investigating a murder. What's that got to do with me? The fare you picked up from Barron's bar last night. What was the woman wearing?
It's a green dress.
Hey yavrum be.
Oh, don't tell me something's happened to her.
Tell me
Evet garibim.
She
Maalesef.
was with this sailor. And he was all over her. She
Aha.
wasn't having any of
Kadın
it.
numaranı
Said
değil.
she
Kadın
just wanted to
dans
dance.
etmek istedi.
But he had that look in his eye.
Where did you drop her off?
It's at the Crystal Ballroom.
What time?
After midnight. 12:30? Something like that.
Thanks. You've been a big help.
Well,
Eyvallah,
that's
çok
what
yardımcı
ruined
oldun.
my day.
Günümü mahvettiğin zaman diyor. Seni içeri almadığımıza dua et. Şimdi şuradan buradan değil, şuradan mekanlardan polis merkezine gidelim. Sen sür.
Can you drive to this one?
Ben çok sürüyorum, o yüzden sen sür. Bir de adamı soruşturalım bakalım.
He's in interview too.
Thanks. What do you make of him?
Sailor on furlough who looks like he's in trouble and knows it.
Peki. İkinci odada diyor. İkinci oda neredeydi? Bu şu. Evet. Girelim bakalım.
Detectives Phelps and Galloway. We know why you're here, Jessup. So it would be best if you answered our questions truthfully.
Aynen öyle.
I don't want any trouble. That's why I'm here. I heard on the radio about this lady getting killed. I got leave from my CO to come down
Ben daha
straight away.
psikopat bir tip bekliyordum.
So
Çocuk
why
gibi
did
bir
you
şey
kill her?
çıktı lan.
I didn't kill anyone. Look, you need to believe me.
Let's start at the beginning.
Kurbanla
You
temas.
went to Baron's bar. What time did you arrive?
I got a 24-hour pass. I got there around 7.
That's where you met Teresa Terrelson?
Sure. We had a couple of drinks.
Couple of drinks. Öyle mi?
You're lying to me, Jessup. I think you weren't having much luck and you decided to take it out on Mrs. Terrelson.
That's not true. What makes you think I wanted to hurt her?
Bu muydu acaba?
Looks like I made a mistake.
Bir dakika. Bir dakika. Şimdi Sezgi'yi kullan diyeceğim. Halka sor diyeceğim. Ha, şüpheli.
So you tried to
Tabii.
make a woman who was incredibly drunk?
Look, I'm not proud of myself, but I never hurt her.
You took her dancing?
That's right. I caught a cab to the Crystal Ballroom.
You had a fist fight with Richard Bates over Mrs. Terrelson.
Evet.
You met the guy? He's a creep. You should take a look at him for this.
He's pointing the finger directly at you, Jessup.
I only had one night before I was back in the tub. He had all the time in the world to look for some action. I belted him. I'd do it again. She was better off with me.
Sure. You're a shining example of chivalry, Jessup.
Kesinlikle, kesinlikle. Cinayet öncesi
Where
hareketler.
did you go after the Crystal Ballroom?
I think the wind had gone out of her sails by then. She caught a cab and I caught a bus back to the base.
Nasıl lan?
We spoke to the cab driver. Tell us what really happened at the Crystal Ballroom.
I'd had enough. She was all upset about her husband bawling about her kids. She looked old. Left around closing, maybe 1:30. We got on a bus and she fell asleep on my shoulder.
Which bus?
An all-American 249.
249 önünden
She
geçti.
jumped off and I stayed on it downtown. After that, I caught another bus to San Pedro. The Indiana's down there. She's being scrapped.
And that was the last you saw of Teresa.
Yeah, that's right. We didn't say much. I think she was kind of embarrassed.
The cab driver said that you were getting pretty familiar with Teresa.
It's not how I'd put it.
Niye sırıtıyorsun lan? Bu bir şey. Yalan olabilir. Yalan olabilir. Yalan olabilir. Evet, yalan olabilir. Yo, şüpheli demişler.
So the last
İlginç,
thing you wanted was her
ilginç.
playing hard to get. Did that make you mad, sailor?
Yeah, it did. She knew what a guy's looking for. All broads do. Dancing comes second.
And what happened at the Crystal Ballroom?
Nothing. Not even a little hand relief. She had
Allah
another
Allah.
couple of drinks. There was no fun left in her. Just poured her guts out to some bartender.
We're holding you till we can clear this with the driver.
Yeah, my CO said as much.
Can you put the guy in two in a cell and inform the commander?
Sure, detective.
Evet.
Got a message for you. Sighting of your disfigured hobo on Grand between Temple and Sunset. And it looks like the beau has a record too. He's wanted in connection with 2 female assaults.
Thanks.
Anladım. Teşekkürler. Vay sapık vay.
What now? Drive all the way to San Pedro and check his locker?
Sen burada ne bekliyorsun lan?
Let's see if the bus
Çekil
story
önümden.
checks out.
There's a depot at 1660 Beverly Boulevard.
Mouthpiece tore strips off me at the grand jury. Case got thrown out. Now the DA wants my...
Şimdi şu mekanlardan acaba otobüs garajına mı gitsem? Evet, bir otobüs garajına gideyim çünkü şimdi şu adamın şeyini öğrenmem lazım, denizcinin. Efendim canım. Aha.
11K, roger that. Only have time to get downtown, Cole.
It's possible. Have them bring him in.
KGPL, we have Lars Terrelson picked up.
11K, roger.
Lars Terrelson'u da içeri aldık. Şimdi gene bir sürü şey çıkacak herhalde ya. Bir sürü şüpheli. Sanırım. Bas. Bas. In service. Nasıl in service lan? Buradan koşalım, 2 saat uğraşmayalım.
And thank you, ma'am. You have a safe trip now. Where are you?
Ay hatunun gidişe bakar mısınız?
LAPD. We're after the driver of All American 249. Would have been around midnight onwards last night.
Just a minute.
Bekleyin bir dakika. Bekleyin bakalım.
Frank Zeffirelli. He's your man.
Where can we find him?
Frank is out on the 7-4.
Can you tell us the route?
Hang on. I should have it mapped out here somewhere.
O ne lan? Bakayım.
I'll need to run the loop.
That's the guy. I heard he's an honest cop.
Union Ave, First Street, Temple Street, Spring Street, Olive Street, 7th Street. 7th Street was Crystal Boulevard.
We're not going to drive the whole thing, are we?
Won't take long. We have a siren.
Evet, sirenimiz var, doğru. Şuradan inelim. Gel hadi gel.
All American 7-4, let's go get him.
Hadi bakalım. Çekilin ulan. Boşuna mı sireniz çalıyor?
Or it could be a short one. And here's me without my hip flask and only a pain in the ass for company.
Ready to kick off the drive in high spirits, Rusty. Comments like that put me in just the right mood for some legwork.
Cheap.
You know what your problem is? You don't like hard work.
Sen zor işleri sevmiyorsun.
Rigorous search is what police work is all about.
Disiplin.
Fade it, Phelps. You're just as bored.
Bak lan, gerizekalıya bak, gerizekalıya. Bir otobüs arıyoruz değil mi biz? Yani başka bir şey değil.
Sorry.
Üzgünüz.
Driver in the world. Gonna be a pain in the ass to find him, but we need to talk to that bus driver. Let's roll.
Evet. Öyle olacak.
Nope, still no sign of him.
Did you doze off, Rusty? I think you slept through my solving.
Uyudum.
Yeah, very funny. Just nudge if you see him, right?
How about you nudge me?
I think that's a job for your wife.
Oo, esprilere bak ya. Hala görmedik değil mi otobüsü? Harbi lan, neredeymiş bu otobüs? Ulan yer yarıldı, yerin içine mi girdi? Bu ne kardeşim? Orada bir şey gördüm ama otobüs değil herhalde. Karşıda bir şeyler var ama o da otobüs değil galiba. Kamyon gibi bir şey görmüşüm.
How long is this bus route?
It actually covers an area around the size of Central Division.
Probability is we'll find it about halfway around.
Bad luck says we'll be chasing it all night.
Aynen öyle. Bir yandan haritaya da bakıyorum da. Ulan bulamadık mı hala? İlginç ya. Ulan neredeymiş bu otobüs ya?
This is starting to grate a little.
Aynen, beni de.
Joys of rigorous search. Dogged police work, you know?
They went out the window about 2 blocks ago.
Hey, this could be a Cole Phelps I'll grow to love.
Don't count on it.
Lan şunu otobüs zannettim, nasıl sevindim ya. Hadi lan, çıkarttık lan. Ha, gördüm işte. Bulduk. Seni bulduk. Seni bulduk. İn aşağı. Arkasına geçip yolun yanına çektir. Arkasına geç. Peki arkasına geçelim. Ha, evet. Evet. Sağa çekiyor. Tamam ulan, tamam. Allah Allah, adam durdu, işinden iniyor be. Geri zekalı.
Some kind of problem, buddy?
LAPD, we're investigating a murder. You had a sailor and a woman in a green dress on your bus late
Adam nasıl hatırlasın onları ya?
got off first around 2 a.m.
Yeah, that's right. And the sailor stayed on all the way to downtown.
Can you tell us where you let the woman off?
On California Street. To tell you the truth, she looked a little lost, like she got off on the wrong stop or something.
Sanki yanlış durak
I didn't like
dinlemiş.
dropping her off near that hobo camp.
You've been a big help, Mr. Zeffirelli.
Evet, denizci masum o zaman. Yani denizci baya bir masum.
Left her by the hobo camp.
Which means he's as good as killed her.
We can't eliminate any of them, but the disfigured man should be our starting point.
I'm gonna call for some backup. These bows hate cops.
I think we ought to investigate the hobo lead.
Well, if you think we ought to, then I guess we ought.
Sen süreceksin, sen, ben mi süreceğim? La bizi orada öldürmesinler lan. Serseri kamp. Oha, elinde tüfekle falan. Yüzü yaralı olan hangisi? Şu mu? Lan karıyı sen mi öldürdün? Tipin müsait yani. Ha, kapıyı da kapatıyorlar.
Save it for someone who's interested. They're fascists. Come to move us on and steal what little we have left.
6 rounds won't get us far. Need you to stay focused. 7. We need to hold out.
İdare etmemiz lazım. Nasıl yapacağız?
We need to fight.
Şapkamı düşürme ulan. Şapkamı düşürme.
What's your name?
Comrade Stalin.
Very funny. We'll find out from your personal effects.
Şapkamı düşürdüm.
Ackerman.
You're under suspicion for murder, Ackerman. We're taking you downtown.
You can't do anything more to me than what the Japanese have already done.
Japonların yaptığından daha çok şey yapamazsınız diyor. Bu da mı savaştaymış acaba? Yerini araştıralım bakalım.
The Kremlin's over here, Phelps. Toss it, see what you find.
Kayıp morfin. Okuyalım.
Still working, Jack. I'm
Hala çalışıyor musun? Santa
Monica.
Güzel.
Hello, Jack.
Merhaba Jack.
Mr. Benson, this is Courtney Sheldon.
Courtney Sheldon.
Buddy of mine from the war.
Well, I'm sure you two will want to polish some old war stories. Good evening, Jack. Mr. Sheldon.
Ay anam.
Take a seat, Courtney.
Otur bakalım Courtney. Ulan Courtney.
We need your help, Jack. I told you I would have nothing to do with that.
I'm fine too, Jack. Medical school's going well. I got a part-time job.
Do dope peddlers need part-time jobs?
Esir satıcısı olduğunu.
Jack. A local gangster, Mickey Cohen, is putting on the squeeze.
So hand it over, walk away. What's stopping you?
We had a deal with them that they would dole it out slowly. They said they would supply abortion clinics and doctors, but they've been moving it on to addicts, and they can't cope with the purity.
So your problem is with gangsters being dishonest.
My problem is that people are dying, and that if this gets back to us, we'll all end up in jail.
So how am I supposed to help, Courtney? This isn't the war. I can't just wave a magic wand and clean up your mess.
We want you to negotiate, Jack.
The only thing these guys understand is force, Sheldon. They got to the top back east by proving to be more vicious than the English, the Irish, and the Dutch. They make their own laws. That's the nature of a secret society. God's sake, Courtney, you want to be a doctor. How can you fight with that?
We are better trained, Jack.
I didn't make it through the war to come back to this kind of shit, Sheldon.
Maalesef öyle. Pek konuşmadım bunda arkadaşlar. Çünkü sonuçta bu hikayeyi de takip eden çok arkadaşlarımız olabilir. Cin arkadaşlarımız olabilir. O yüzden onlar için evet, kadının cüzdanı değil mi? Bakalım. Parası var. O ne? O neymiş?
Ackerman doesn't look like much of a dancer.
Ackerman buraya gitmiş olamaz. Tabii ki kadının cüzdanından bulduk bunu. Şu neymiş?